Alright, y'all, here's the moment that you all been waiting for. Today is the 50th birthday of the queen of hip hop soul, Mary J Blige. I can't believe another legend has turned 50. Can you believe it? Mary J Blige is now 50. She don't even look 50. I just can't believe it. Without further ado, let's get into my rant about MJB in honor of her 50th birthday. MJB was born on January 11, 1971 in New York, in the borough of the Bronx, but spent her early childhood in Savannah, Georgia. She and her family subsequently moved back to New York and resided in the housing projects located in Yonkers, New York. She was born to mother Cora, a nurse, and father Thomas Blige, a jazz musician. She has an elder sister, Latanya Blige DaCosta, and a brother, Bruce Miller. From a later relationship, Blige's mother had with another man after divorcing Mary and Latanya's father. The family subsisted on her mother's earnings as a nurse after her father left the family in the mid-1970s. The former alcoholic and the latter a Vietnam War veteran who suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. Mary J. Blige spent her early years in Richmond Hill, Georgia, where she sang in a church. At the age of 5, she was molested by a family friend, and a teenager, she endured years of sexual harassment from her peers. She would eventually turn to alcohol, drugs, presumptuous sex to try and numb the pain. Mary J. Blige later moved to Yonkers, New York, immediately north of New York City, where she lived with her mother and older sister. She dropped out of high school in her junior year. Pursuing a music career, Mary J. Blige spent a short time in a Yonkers band named Pride with band drummer Eddie D. April. In early 1988, she recorded a impromptu cover of Anita Baker's Caught Up in the Rapture at a recording booth in a Galleria Mall in White Plains, New York. Her mother's boyfriend at the time later played the cassette for Jeff Reed. Jeff Reed, a recording artist and A&R runner for Uptown Records. Reed sent it to the president and CEO of the label, the late Andre Harrell. Andre Harrell met MJB, and in 1989 she was signed to the label as a backup vocalist for artists such as Father MC, becoming the company's youngest and first female artist. On July 28, 1992, MJB released her debut album, What's the 411? The album peaked at number 6 on the Billboard 200 and topped the U.S. R&B/hip hop albums chart and was certified triple platinum. Singles include Real Love, You Remind Me, Reminisce, Sweet Thing, which was a cover of Shaka Khan and Rufus' Sweet Thing, and Love No Limit. What's the 411 was also met with positive reviews and critics who applaud Mary J. Blige's singing and the combination of hip-hop and soul music, which led her to being named the Queen of Hip-Hop Soul. Of course, producers of the album, including Puff Daddy. On November 29, 1994, MJB released her second album, My Life. Many of the topics of this album deal with clinical depression, Mary J Blige's battling with both drugs and alcohol, as well as being in an abusive relationship. Unlike What's the 411, Mary J Blige co-wrote 14 of the album's tracks, making it her most introspective and personal album at the time. Considered to be her breakthrough album, My Life became Mary J Blige's second album to reach the top 10 of the Billboard 200, peaking at number 7 and debuting at number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart, and was also certified triple platinum. On April 22nd, 1997, MJB released her third album, Share My World. The album was certified triple platinum and it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart. Producers of the album is, of course, Mary J Blige herself, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. Guest appearances include Lil' Kim in the song I Can Love You, The Lox, Benson, Roy Ayers, and recent birthday boy who's currently in jail right now, R. Kelly. On August 17, 1999, MJB released her third album, Mary, on MCA Records, debuting at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and selling 239,000 copies in its first week, and was certified double platinum. On August 28, 2001, MJB released her fifth album, No More Drama. I used to have this album too. No More Drama by MJB. This is the album that had that song Family Affair and No More Drama. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart. Family Affair became Mary J Blige's first career number 1 single on the U.S. Billboard 100. The album received 2 Grammy nominations for Best R&B Album and Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. And this was also certified triple platinum. On August 23, 2003, MJB released her 6th album, Love and Life. This one she was reunited with Sean Puff Daddy Combs, executive producer of her first 2 albums, What's the 411 and My Life, who wrote and executive produced most of Love and Life with his Bad Boy in-house production team. The Hitman included Mario Winans, D-Dot, and Stevie J. This album debuted it commercially became her second album to debut at the top on the U.S. Billboard 200 with 285,298 copies and was certified platinum. On December 20th, 2005, MJB released her seventh album, The Breakthrough. This was the album that had that song, Be Without You and Take Me As I Am. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was certified triple platinum. On December 18, 2007, MJB released her 8th album, Growing Pains. Also debuting at number 1. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, selling 629,000 copies in its first week. And it reached number 1 in January 2008. On December 21st, 2009, MJB released her 9th album, Stronger, with Each Tear. With this album, MJB received a record of 9 albums that have debuted at the top on the U.S. R&B/hip hop albums chart. Mary J Blige made her film debut in the 2001 movie Prison Song. The movie also stars Nori, Q-Tip, and Fat Joe. She also appeared in the Tyler Perry movie I Could Do Bad All By Myself with Taraji P. Henson. She made a guest appearance as herself in an episode of New York Undercover. Season 1, episode 14, Tag You're Dead, and she was a music performance in Season 2, episode 2. She also made a guest appearance in The Jamie Foxx Show, Moesha, Entourage, American Idol, and Empire. I didn't know she made a guest appearance on Empire. On November 21st, 2011, MJB released her 10th album, My Life 2. The Journey Continues, Act 1. It debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 with first week sales of 156,000 copies and was certified gold. On October 15, 2013, MJB released her first Christmas album and her 11th album, A Merry Christmas. The album was certified gold and debuted at number 5, number 10 on the Billboard 200, and number 5 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart. It marked Mary J Blige's 15th top 10 entry on the latter chart, tying her with Snoop Dogg for second most top 10 entries on the Billboard 200. On November 24, 2014, MJB released her 12th album, The London Sessions. On April 28, 2017, MJB released her 13th and recent album, Strength of a Woman. It debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, selling 78,000 copies. My thoughts about MJB turning 50, like I said, she damn sure do not look 50. These celebrities may be in their late 40s, early 50s, but they still look the same after all these years. Mary J Blige still looks good for her age. Man, I can't believe that she's now 50 fucking years old. Thank you, MJB, for everything that you've done for R&B. If it wasn't for you, you wouldn't be called the queen of the queen of hip hop soul. You pretty much influenced everybody to become an R&B singer. She's definitely in my top 5 best female best R&B singers of all time. No doubt about it. Wow, MJB is now a half a century. 2 days ago, Angie Martinez turned 50 and MF Doom would have been 50. Now Mary J Blige is 50. Can't believe it. But that wraps up my rant celebrating the 50th birthday of the queen of hip hop soul, Mary J Blige. Let me know, what is your favorite song by MJB? What's your favorite album by MJB? If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next rant about one of my favorite celebrities in honor of their big birthday. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Leave your comment down below, and I will catch you on the next one. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Happy 50th birthday to the queen of hip hop soul, Mary J Blige.